Mr. Wizard, it is so good to um Peter. I think you're in the wrong timeline, sir. First of all, hello, big fan. But I think you're supposed to be somewhere in New York, so maybe in Queens. Being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, not in someone's house Spider-Man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure what's going on. I think we had a time loop or time swap somewhere. Aunt May, I think we need some assistance. What have you done? What have you done to Mr. Wizard? Peter, I promise you.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late for the episode.
Miles?
Freaking Spider-Verse. Freaking Spider-Verse. Blended up in here. Blended up in here. Blended up in here. Hold on a second, folks. I'm gonna have to deal with this right quick. Get up on out of here.
Your discretion is advised. What in the Spider-Verse? So we got Miles number 1, and then we got Miles number 2 now. Did you just throw Peter Parker?
Yeah, I had to take care of that, thinking he can do my job better than me. Nobody can do my job better than me. Freaking Spider-Verse blended in here.
Hello, Miles number 2. Miles number 2. Hello, Miles. How you doing?
Hold on. You say this despite being his actual body double.
That is a nice shirt, my guy. That is nine. I'm actually thinking about ordering me a hoodie, a Morales hoodie. I'm definitely heavily considering that.
Same.
So don't be surprised when I show up one day and I got my hoodie on. But ladies and gentlemen,
I forgot what was this episode going to be. I forgot, what is this episode about, Raheem? Why are we here today?
Why are we here? What, ladies and gentlemen, do you not see the thumbnail? I know you saw earlier this week what went down. Let me just welcome back everyone to another video. This is a very special and personal episode, I think, to both the Wizard and I. Although the Wizard is well versed into the anime world, I think he and I can come to agreement in terms that anything in relation to Spider-Man, specifically Miles Morales, I think we have to stop everything, stop, drop, and watch. Whatever it is. Sony, or PlayStation 5, has come out with a trailer of the Spider-Man 2 game that will come out in 2023.
Jesus Christ.
We had to do a video on it. We had to talk about it. We're basically going to do a review of the trailer. But before we get into any of that, yes, there are affiliate links in the description down below. Check those out. It really does help this channel and allows us to create more videos like this one, as well as what we usually do on a regular basis, which is what if, scenarios, right? Where we grab characters from different timelines. But tonight, without any more distractions or disruptions, tonight, we're not bringing you mastodons. We're not bringing you superhumans. I mean, we are, but not the typical norm. We are bringing superhumans, but not like that. We're not bringing you cosmological concepts, okay? We're not even bringing you apocalyptic activity, Mr. Wizard. No apocalyptic activity, not tonight. But tonight,
I mean, I just killed Peter.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you kill Peter? But I mean, there's like 6 more.
He's trying to take my job.
Sure.
Yeah, there's infinite Peters. It's fine. We still got Spider Ham. We still got Peter Porker. But Peter Porker, Spider Noir, Spider Gwen, that anime one.
That anime one.
I forgot her name.
I know you're talking about. But I guess tonight you're not the anime wizard. I think tonight you're Miles Morales. Yeah, but
nah, I don't know about that. Since you got him right there, and you're pretty much his stunt double. Just ain't got the jacket or anything yet.
Wow, that hurt my feelings, but it's okay. I take that with full appraisal. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, bro. I am a huge, as you know, and surely my audience knows, I am a huge Miles Morales fan. Just because I relate to this character very heavily. And so we're going to talk about the Spider-Man 2 trailer. And tonight, Mr. Wizard, I watched this trailer at least 3 times. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've watched it 3 times, just because I don't want to miss any key information. And what I noticed is this: in the trailer,
What'd you know?
the monologue, the majority of it, it had Craven's voice. I think everyone who's a
My
Marvel,
boy Craven the Hunter.
everybody who is a Marvel nerd or geek knows that voice. They know it's Craven, right? However, there was a smooth transition that probably not everyone picked up on. It was when Craven said, I think it was something like, "What? Who is going to stop me, or what we're going to do, or will there be a
Are you two enough to stop me? Are you two enough to stop me?
Exactly. Will it be enough?" And then Venom's voice takes over, and he goes, "We will," in his rusty, Venom voice. And so I'm like, wait a minute. That got me thinking. That sounded like Venom was on the side of the Spider-Man. That's what it's, because he said "we will" in response to Craven. So I'm like, are Venom and the Venom and the Spider-Men going to team up?
There's two ways you can look at that. Either Venom gets on Peter and they team up, or we might get some kind of Agent Venom kind of thing going on.
That's what I was thinking, because I'm like, okay, Peter and Miles are on the team. Cool. I feel like Venom is going to be the anti-hero, right? He's not going to necessarily be on their side, but I feel like he's going to try to take down Craven as well. Venom will.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Venom teaming up with them in the whole, like, nobody's taking you down but me kind of thing.
Exactly.
I could see that.
And then let's just talk about the fight scene, the little fight scene that they showed. Maybe I should actually play the whole thing. Well, no, because they might not hear it. Never mind. They might not hear it. But basically, there was a fight scene. Y'all got YouTube. Y'all can watch it. You're on YouTube right now if you're watching this. But there was a fight scene in the beginning, and I thought it was hilarious, actually, when Peter and Miles were going at it on one of the villains. They weren't even trying. They were just picking them up and just slamming them down on a concrete ground.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there were any key information that I missed, because, Miles' electric powers, if you will, right? They're like a mixture.
His not static shock power.
Yeah, his shock power is blue and gold. It's a mixture. It's like,
what
is it?
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
To me, because, like, okay, I don't have the first Spider-Man, the PS5, one that came out last year. So I have no idea how that game was. But I saw this edit, bro, on TikTok, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, Miles had drip, bro. Like, it was like his hands were like electrokinesis, like powers, like electric powers, shock powers, but they were like red. Like, they were like really red, like this color red.
Yeah.
And then his shoes were shoes. His feet and kind of ankles were red. It was like a bright red, and the rest of his body was just like his normal black suit, right? And I was just like, whoever did this deserves a raise. This is amazing. And the quality. Sony, if I had a Sony product in my hand right now, I'm trying to look in here, but I don't have any Sony products that I can just hold in my hold up the PlayStation 5. Hold it up. Show the people what we're working with.
Well, it's not I ain't got that. Well, I ain't got that yet. I'm just holding up my PS4 controller.
Please, Mr. Wizard, freely
If the price would actually drop for it, I would actually be able to get it.
Mr. Wizard, can you just real quick promote that Sony product that is in your hand or that was in your hand?
The PS4, the PS4,
Yes, sir.
much more affordable than a PS5, because folks feel like selling it for like $700 on eBay, and it's not available in Walmart because people keep taking it.
Yes, that.
PS4 that you can still play Miles Morales on. Granted, it's not going to have the same graphics, but you can still play it on. Also, the first Spider-Man game.
You don't have Miles Morales. You have Kyle's Corrales. That's what you have. Not Miles Morales. Yeah, Kyle Corrales. Hey, you don't have Craven.
It's just Miles Morales with comparatively Roblox textures. Just looking like Roblox.
You don't have Craven. You have Raven. You have Raven the Bunter. Raven the Hunter.
Raven from Teen Titans? We getting that crossover? Let's go. Let's go.
It's too many timeline crossovers.
Hey, you know what? I want to talk about my boy Craven. I want to talk about him.
You got it, bro.
I popped off the second I recognized that voice. I immediately knew who it was. I immediately knew, and I was hype because I grew up playing some Spider-Man games, Shattered Dimensions, probably my favorite one. I just love Craven. Seeing him in the cartoons, I love his character. I love his abilities, and I hate that he has never been in an actual movie. He has only outside of a comics appeared in the games, and I am hyped to eventually when I get Spider-Man 2, I am hyped to see him in general.
Is he gonna be in the Black Panther movie?
I don't know.
Or is that someone else? I think I'm mixing.
I don't know. I would be interested, but I think if they did, that would be it would more or less be the same thing that they did with Claw. It would more or less feel like the exact same thing.
Yeah. Because a couple months ago, Black Panther. Oh no, they almost had him.
Also rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace to the King of Wakanda, of course. It's been over a year now, which is crazy. But
Jesus Christ.
I know, bro. But they said they had a villain for Wakanda Forever, the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
They had a villain. I don't know who. And they announced it a couple months ago. I swear it was Craven. It was some. I might be mixing them up. I can't think off the top of my head.
I could see it being Craven, but I don't know. Hold on, Craven
villain. That's all I need. No, it's not Dr. Doom. That rumor died a week after. Oh, Namor. Okay, that's who it was. Namor.
And I also remember them saying something about bringing in Craven maybe bringing in Craven for the Far From Home movie, since they're doing the Sinister Six.
Oh, you mean No Way Home? Really?
Well, not No Way Home. No Way Home. I heard something about that, but I wasn't 100% sure.
So just real quick, I guess this is turning to a Spider-Man episode. So Spider-Man No Way Home, are they really bringing in the Sinister Six?
It seems like it, because they are bringing in Doc Ock, they're bringing in Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're really bringing in Electro, if they're really bringing in all of the Spider-Man universe or the Spider-Man movie verses, like the Maguire, Garfield, Holland, then they would most likely bring in Sinister Six. because that was the one, because that's what they were teasing at the end of Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man. Or Amazing Spider-Man 2, I mean.
Yeah. When he went
it seems like that's the direction that they're going. I would honestly be interested in seeing like if they actually do it, 3 Spider-Men taking on the Sinister Six with a Miles Morales tease, then I would be happy. They can just take my money right there.
I promise you. December, that's 2.5 months from now. 2.5 months from now. I promise you. If I go to this theater and 3 Spider-Men, the 3 that we grew up on, are fighting the Sinister Six, and then they feature or tease Miles. They showed a clip on Instagram of the kid from Stranger Things. He was in his cosplay costume. I know you saw that for Spider-Man.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
I saw it and I said, okay, this is real. There's no way. You can't hide that. You can't tease the public like that.
They have to be. They have to be doing it. There's no way they aren't.
Listen.
Like, it would be stupid for them not to.
Listen, I'm not saying they have to, make sure bring his whole story. I'm not saying that. All I want, Marvel, Kevin Feige, all I want you to do, you're the director. I just want you.
Well, not just him and Sony.
Yes, thank you. Sony, yes, Sony. All I want you to do is feature the young kid. Feature this kid, okay? If you do not feature this kid right here, I promise you.
Put him in.
I promise you.
Put him in there. I don't know why y'all would be mad. I don't know why y'all would be not so sure about it. It is free promotion for y'all's movie and the sequel that y'all are making. That is free promotion right there.
Do you know how much
Marvel is doing the bulk of it?
Do you know how much money you would make simply by featuring this kid? Do you know? Did you not learn in 2020 when the Spider-Man game that we're talking about now, the second one, when the first one came out, do you know how much money you guys made? Not you, Sony. I'm talking to Sony now. How much money you guys made? My goodness. His wallet is going to be paper.
Take it.
It's going to be dry after we see this movie. It's going to be dry.
But it is going to be dry. If I see Tobey Maguire, if I see him bully Maguire dancing in the middle of the Sinister Six fight with the little portal to the Spider-Verse in the background, it doesn't even have to be anything like that. It can just be in the background for all I care. If they have that, yeah, I will empty out my bank. Just tell me what pricing it is. I will empty out my bank account.
Yo, I promise you, if they put the if they put him dancing, I promise you, bro.
Get up.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
But yeah, this has turned into a Spider-Man game episode / No Way Home pop theory episode.
Spider-Man. This is just a Spider-Man episode in general.
This is literally Into the Spider-Verse. I get like the background, the shirt, the topics. This is literally Into the Spider-Verse.
All right, you know what? All right, Raheem, who is your favorite Spider-Man? Who is your favorite Spider-Man that has been on the movies, that has been in the movies?
Do I even need to say it?
Well, to be fair, okay, you know what? I'll give you that because he is kind of the mascot of this channel.
He's the mascot, of course. Now, I do know what you mean. But if we're talking all the time, bro, I'm sorry, like this kid right here. But if we're talking from actual live action Spider-Man movies between Maguire, Garfield, and Holland, I like all of them for different reasons. But I should say I like Garfield because he's different. I like the Gwen Stacy universe. I do like that, right? You know, that Harry
Okay.
Potter, not Harry Potter, Jesus, that Harry
Yeah,
from
Harry
the Goblin,
Potter.
Harry Potter. That's too much time swaps, but there's too many. Yo, if they brought Harry Potter in the new, that's I would be like, what the okay, but uh, Garfield for a good. It's between Maguire or Holland. Okay, so Holland is the most accurate, like comic book accurate, but Maguire is acting though, bro. I just there was nothing
Yeah.
like his act. I think his acting was just that much better. Not to say Holland is not a good actor. He's a great actor. But something Maguire's acting was look a little Goblin Jr. You gonna cry?
With Andrew Garfield, there's only one scene that I keep remembering when I think of his acting. Like when Uncle Ben dies in his arms, and he's just like, he's just going so hard with it. Like I just can't help but laugh hysterically at that. Like personally, my favorite is Tobey Maguire. Personally, my favorite is Tobey Maguire. Like, it's just like he just captures that aspect of being a dork. He just captures that, and like that combined with the campiness of the original trilogy, it's just fun. It's just really fun to me because like literally in the first movie when he's like literally in the first movie when he's figuring out his swinging, he's just trying to figure out the right way to do it, like go web, go web, go web. Like he's just a dork. He's just a dork. He's just a dork, and I just love it. Like that's why I love the dance. That's why I love the Bully Maguire dancing scene. Like he's just a dork.
You'll get your rent when you fix this dang door.
Like, yeah, they do capture, like all three of them do bring something different to the table. Like Tobey Maguire, he captures Peter Parker. Like he captures that aspect of him. Andrew Garfield captures just how quippy Spider-Man can get. And Tom Holland, he does capture this whole friendly neighborhood Spider-Man vibe. Like he does honestly capture that.
But Miles,
and I guess a similar Miles, he's just good at being Miles.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess a sort of add on to that, and I guess a sort of second part to that question: what is your favorite live action Spider-Man movie?
Ooh. Oh, they're all so important, except the first Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know about that one. The first Amazing Spider-Man.
The second one wasn't that important, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you were finna talk about that version of Hobgoblin. I hated that one so much.
Yeah, that one was so ugly. I was this is the Green Goblin? This dude's just, it's like
that is Hobgoblin.
He's like half werewolf, half human. Like he's not even it is weird. But I would say Spider-Man 3, honestly.
Ooh, nice.
And I know that was really tough for me to choose because I do like Homecoming because of just for the romance. Because like Peter's trying to, it was weird seeing Peter trying to get with a black girl, like, or a mixed girl, technically. But it was weird. I was just like, okay, I kind of want to see this because I've never seen a white dude try to pull a sister in a Marvel movie.
He still does. To be fair, he still does when she gets taken out of the series and they transfer to Mary Jane.
Exactly. MJ. I think her name, actually, MJ's real name is Michelle, I think, in the Tom Holland one.
Wow.
I think her name is Michelle, but it's fine. I didn't know that until like recently. But yeah, MJ. And I was like, But that's a small. But as far as action and like storyline, Spider-Man 3, hands down Spider-Man 3. Yeah. What about you, bro?
Honestly, my favorite, like it is within that trilogy. I honestly have to say the first Spider-Man movie. because of just
Interesting.
how campy and over the and just because of just how campy and over the top it all is, especially with the Green Goblin. Like I
Yes.
love him in that movie. Like
Yes.
people be saying like Doc Ock is their favorite villain from that trilogy, whatever. Personally, Green Goblin is my favorite. Just because of how over the top he is, and
Godspeed,
like
Spider-Man.
in general, I love how they yeah. Also, I love how they explain it. Like I love how they explain it. Like
Bro,
the Green Goblin is it's
I didn't mean to cut you off. We got to talk about the Daily Bugle, J. Jonah Jameson. I don't think we have time, but we gotta make an episode just dedicated
really
to
good. You know what? I will tie him into this. I will tie him into this.
Okay.
All right. Like I love how they explain the Green Goblin persona. Like he is just Mr. Osborn's. Like he's just that he's just that angry side of Mr. Osborn. Like like he's just his metaphorical mask. Like I'm out here doing the real work. I'm that part of you that you're ashamed of. I'm that part of you that you're ashamed of. And then when he full on lets go, then when Mr. Osborn full on lets go and just fully goes into Green Goblin, he just goes so over the top. Like the second he figures out who a Spider-Man is, busting into Aunt May's house in the middle of her doing her prayer, and he just busts in her shouting, he's like, "Finish the prayer! Finish the prayer!" And she's just screaming in terror, and he's just shouting at her to finish the prayer. And then it's even more over the top when he dies. He gets stabbed by his glider, and the last thing he says to Peter is like, "Don't tell Harry." It's just so over the top.
I remember that scene.
It's just hysterical.
Finish the prayer.
Hey, you know what? I will tie this into Mr. Jameson when he busts into the Daily Bugle demanding, "Who's taking the pictures of Spider-Man? Who's taking those pictures?" And proof that JJ is a good person, he does not sell out Peter. He's just like, I don't know who's taking them. We just find them. We just find these pictures. It's privately sent. I don't know who's sending them. Like he just saves Peter's life. He chooses not to rat him out. JJ is a good dude.
The black dude who also works at the Daily Bugle, that black dude, kind of like J. Jonah James' assistant. I think he knows, bro. Because in the I was at Spider-Man 2, I think it was Spider-Man 2. He says to Peter, he's like, "I'm sure Spider-Man caught a glimpse of it." And like he had that look at Peter, and him and Peter made an eye contact in the movie, and he was just like, and Peter was like, I think he knows, bro.
I think he has this. I think it's a very strong hunch. Like I think it's like Jim Gordon in the Batman movies. Like he can probably take a wild guess, but he chooses not to think about it that deeply. Because you know what? Why dig into it?
Yeah, he has to know, because ain't no way, bro. Like he looked at Peter like he was waiting on him to answer, and he didn't say anything. I was like, oh, he knows. And I don't know how he knows either. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But hopefully that is explained. But, we have this is a good episode. I really liked it. We didn't totally talk about
What's
up?
Like just one final point I want to make about the trilogy. Why I love that trilogy so much. Like Stan Lee, rest in peace, Stan Lee. When he decided to create Spider-Man, his idea was, I want to create a hero that has problems. Like Spider-Man doesn't have problems, but Peter does. Peter, like there are consequences for Peter for what Spider-Man does. And they actually show that throughout all three of the original movies. Like first one, when Goblin finds out who Peter is, he goes after Aunt May. in the second movie, he's just so tired of being Spider-Man, and Peter is sacrificing so much of his life to be Spider-Man that he's just willing to give it up. And then the third movie, once again, Peter's hatred for the Sandman for killing his uncle bleeds over into being Spider-Man, especially when Venom comes into play. Peter has consequences. Spider-Man can't, not fully.
I forgot. Gwen Stacy was in that movie too.
Oh yeah, she was. Oh yeah, she was.
I totally forgot about that. That's going to be very hard to explain. Is there going to be two Gwen Stacy? No, let me not think like that. Let me not think like that. Because like the Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man, and then the Gwen Stacy in the Maguire era.
Ooh, that could definitely be a moment. That could definitely be a moment. Andrew just looking at, yeah, Garfield Spider-Man looks at her, thinks about shooting his shot, but doesn't.
I mean, he's like, it's the same Gwen. It's the same Gwen Stacy. I mean,
well, she looks a bit different, but still Gwen. Also, her dad's alive in this universe, so
this is what happens when you mess with Marvel. You get all these timelines.
This is what happens when you mess with multiverses. As y'all have just seen, if y'all keep messing with universes, things start to get dirty real quick.
What have you done to Peter?
I did what I had to do. Let's just say he won't be interrupting anymore.
Come on, Miles. Come on. So
Hey, Miles is up there, man.
That's true. He's about to touch another reality. We have, ladies and gentlemen, made it to the conclusion of this video. We don't know where we talked about Spider-Man. We talked about Kraven.
We just talked about Spider-Man in general.
This episode was supposed to be Spider-Man 2 game trailer review, which by the way is way too long to put in the title. I might just call it Into the Spider-Verse. No, since I don't want to copyright Within the Spider-Verse, maybe, or maybe just
exploring the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, exploring the Spider-Verse. And I'll probably put featuring.
Anyway, folks, check it. Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, featuring Peter Parker. Folks, go buy Spider-Man. Go buy Spider-Man 2 when it comes out. Go and fight my boy Kraven the Hunter. I will be checking out those Let's Plays because if the pricing for a PS5 doesn't come down, and if I'm actually able to find one.
Hey, in 2 years, the PS5 gonna be $3,000.
I just want to be able to play Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, and the new God of War game coming out. That's all I want to do.
Don't make it hard on us, Sony. Don't make it hard on us. But thank you all for hopefully laughing and entertaining and theorizing with us. We had a lot of theories tonight, a lot of unanswered questions, which is the whole purpose of this channel. We're supposed to keep exploring the multiverse.
We're exploring the what ifs.
This is the multiverse. We are, in fact, Mr. Wizard, you are correct. This is the What If series.
Like y'all even got to see a battle today. What if the anime wizard versus Peter Parker? Y'all saw what happened.
Come on, that's not even fair. Like, you bring anime to any Marvel character, they're losing. They're losing.
He's fine. He's fine. I just shattered his world. I just shattered his soul. That's all I did. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I just scattered his soul across every reality.
Great. Now you killed Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Congratulations.
Hey man, Hey, his soul is across every single reality. So this new Spider-Man movie coming out, y'all are welcome for that. If y'all see more than one Spider-Man, you're welcome.
Ladies, you walk past, ladies, you want Spider-Man, but you walk past Peter Parker every day. Think about what I just said. Or
Yeah.
you walk past Spider-Man every day. No, I messed up the saying. Ladies, you want Spider-Man, but you walk past Miles Morales every day. What's wrong with you? Come on.
We have Spider-Man. We have Spider-Man at home. Spider-Man at home.
Did you just create another title? Is this Spider-Man 4? Is that the new title for Spider-Man 4? Spider-Man at home?
Wait, you know what? You know, your screen is the kid saying, can we stop and get Spider-Man? The mom saying, we got Spider-Man at home. The Spider-Man at home.
It's deflated and everything.
Yeah. Like I said, I scattered his soul across every reality.
He must be protected at all costs. If you couldn't tell, I'm probably one of the biggest Spider-Verse fans out there. Maybe not the biggest, but I'm definitely top 10.
He loved him so he loves Miles so much that he became his stunt double.
Yes. Yes, I did. I'm still in space all this time. I'm still in space. But thank you all for clicking on this video. This is probably one of the longest video. No, it's not. It's not the longest video. But thank you for watching this video with us. Thank you for theorizing with us. Thank you for learning, just learning with us. That's what we love to do. Like the wizard has stated, go check out the Spider-Man 2 trailer. It doesn't come out to 2023, but you can watch the trailer 1,000 times until then. Do your job, do your part. Right?
Yeah.
There are affiliate links in the description. Check those out, as I mentioned in the intro. I think we're done here, Mr. Wizard. Let's continue to explore the multiverse and the Spider-Verse as we conclude this video. You all know what to do at this point. Like and comment down below. Put some pressure on the notifications bell. And of course, as always, respect Miles. And subscribe to the What If series YouTube channel for future videos.